Hi, my name is Lance Ling, and I'm a second year student at Irvine Valley College. And today I will discuss the causes of distracted driving, shall we? So, many people in today's society believe that they wouldn't cause an accident if they use their phones while driving distractedly because they have overconfidence that they wouldn't, crash into anything or anyone. Although although the overconfidence is really horrible to think about, because like we should prioritize safety over our pride. Distracted driving is a serious argument to talk about, since drivers would assume that they are not a danger to society, right? But with stronger education and enforcement, we could ensure that distracted driving could reduce into a certain amount. And now today I will discuss the acts of distracted driving. So I will discuss the scope of the problem, the cause, and the solution. Shall we? For the 7 articles that I'm about to explain about. So for the first article, it's by Harlow 2025. He mentioned that although distracted driving has went down by nearly 8%, people would still use their phones at least once within their driving like per day, which is bad already, because ideally according to the law we shouldn't use our phones at all while driving. Despite the fact that hands-on is legal, I do believe that we should get rid of it completely, especially when you're driving. Even at a red light, I do believe that you should, not use your phones, and you should be parked if you're planning to use your phone. And now for the second article by Bennett in the year 2023, she explained that in Ohio, law enforcement are beginning to increase their penalties for drivers that drive in work zones, in exposed work zones, because these construction workers are affected by distracted driving. Because if somehow a car who is or a driver who is driving distractedly crashes into a construction worker, it would be really bad. So these law enforcement officers are increasing penalties to ensure that distracted driving could go down. And I do believe that ranges from $150 or more, depending on the offense. And now there's a third article. It's by Paul Hall, I think Hall, 2024. It's in the year 2024, and then it explains that a mother who lost her son due to distracted driving, and now she wants to advocate for stronger law enforcement to ensure that other families or friends or anyone else wouldn't experience the same thing on how she experienced about losing her son, which is a big grief to think about, because it happens to a lot of people, not just her. And imagine if that happened to you, and or to your family, and to your friends. Now you would advocate for stronger safety laws for distracted driving. And now for the cause, right? For this fourth article by June that was released in 2023, is that drivers would usually use their phones if they want to check their notifications, whether it's on social media, Yahoo Mail, Gmail, etc., right? Or if they want to make a phone call, because it's due to their habits, they do think that they have overconfidence, like what I said from earlier, and they just want to look into their notifications and phone calls like now in an instant gratification. Um, and now for this fifth article by Crizzle, she believed that wait she argues that researchers have found that younger drivers would overestimate and have the overconfidence in driving, since teenagers tend to be more reckless, right? They tend to lack the maturity to drive specifically, right? So they make really risky decisions too. That's why the risks for teen driving is way higher compared to adults, and that is also another explanation about why car insurance is way higher compared to adults. Car insurance is high for teens basically. So that's what Chris argues about, is that younger drivers tend to have the overconfidence in driving. That includes driving distractedly. Now for the sorry about Now for the sixth article, the solution. We're now in the solution area by Peterson, right? Um, he or she has talked about like the solutions to like reduce distracted driving is to create a virtual reality, a simulation about distracted driving, and the results have shown that after the simulation, right, people have like a lower confidence of driving distractedly since they know like the causes about distracted driving now, and they know that they don't have as much of a confidence driving distractedly with their phone on compared to not having the virtual experience of having in a car accident. Because if you have a virtual experience, it's gonna like create a new like trigger in your mind that that you're gonna be on in the protective mode, that you don't want to cause any more distracted driving, right? And finally, for the seventh article by Kaiser, right? He or she has stated that let's see, he or she has stated that education and advertising programs, um, like advocacies, would help in reduce distracted drivers. So education programs like take like driver's ad, about like how to reduce distracted driving, or after you get a distracted driving ticket, you should take this class about distracted driving, or you should also take aware or there should be also an awareness advertisement campaigns about why distracted driving is horrible, like from what politicians have done, about what are the causes and consequences of distracted driving, about the fatalities, and about you could face jail time or even life in prison just for distracted driving, right? And now the conclusion is this: distracted driving could kill, not only could kill, but it could also cause a 180 in your life, a big 180 in your life, because you could face prison time, license suspensions, lawsuits, etc., and trauma too. Not just from yourself experiencing that you killed someone, but like for the griefs of the other family members and friends too, that you just ruined that person's future just because you were driving distractedly with your phone on you, just because of a device that you had the impulse to look at. And now we should reduce distracted driving through education programs, through awareness campaigns, through virtual reality, through law enforcement, so that we could reduce the fatality deaths, not just for you, but for them too, but for these people too. And like we need to make our roads safer in America, since we are a first world country and we are a nation that should protect our people from distracted drivers. And from my own personal opinion, I do believe that distracted drivers should have their license suspended. But anyways, thank you. Thank you.